garden that we planted that frankly was nearly ready for harvest. We lost a whole lot of it. We always get stuck in the border traffic, so we're trying to find a different route. And they have the new solar panels up on the top of the outdoor toilets. Now they're just getting them secured on the solar panel platform. And then once you have power for the pump, what does that mean as far as water for the farm?
Enough water. During dry season, when the water is scarce, so we can pump extra water.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel.
Hello.
There's David driving as usual. So as you saw, it's raining. The sun just set. It's going to be dark here shortly. So David and I are sneaking out of the village to run a couple of errands in Busia. So Busia is not very far from where we live, and Busia, Uganda is a border town. So there is Busia, Uganda, and then directly on the other side of the border is Busia, Kenya. So many of the Ugandan Kenyan border towns are like that, where it has the same name both in Uganda and Kenya. So this is an example of that. We are heading to pick up some fish feed because it's raining, and a couple other errands we have to run and grab. So we figured take you along for the ride. I always like this route because I can see the monkeys, though I'm not sure that we'll see the monkeys. Will the monkeys be out since it's raining, honey?
I don't think so.
Yeah, they'll be hiding, so we might not get to see them. But nonetheless, haven't been to Busia for a while, so it's always good to get a nice change of scenery. So we've needed rain so very desperately. You can see along the sides here that it's rained quite a lot in this area, but unfortunately where we live out in the village, we haven't seen this kind of heavy downpour. And I will tell you, everyone's crops desperately need it. So our garden has suffered. It has been very hot lately, like in the 90s Fahrenheit for 3 weeks straight, and 3 weeks with no rain. So as much as we could try and water, we couldn't keep up, frankly, with the intensity of the heat. So our beautiful garden that we planted that frankly was nearly ready for harvest, we lost a whole lot of it. The good news is that we had some luck with tomatoes, and we did get some green peppers before the sun killed off the rest of them. Our carrots have continued to grow. We planted a lot of beets. They've continued to grow. We've been able to harvest some beets because, of course, they grow underground. But so many of our things have unfortunately succumbed to the heat, and we're not alone. If you drive into our village community right now, it's pretty sad looking, isn't it?
All the corn is gone.
All the corn is gone. Everybody's maize, it's just shriveled up and down on the ground. My beautiful sunflowers shriveled up and died. So did my brother-in-law's. It's just a sad reality. So this kind of heat is, I think, unseasonable for this time of year, actually. Everything I've read is that we're about 12 degrees above normal for this time of year, and we have had that for 3 weeks straight. So for Christmas, our Christmas miracle that everyone I know is praying for is some milder temperatures and some rain, because everybody needs it for their crops. All right, so the few times we've come to Busia, we always get stuck in the border traffic, so we're trying to find a different route. We don't know Busia that well yet, but we're trying to find a different route because this is all the traffic for the trucks that have to go through border clearance and crossing here in just a minute at the border. We're staying in Busia, Uganda side, so we don't need the border, so we're trying to get our way into town. Alright, we don't have a truck, so we got a fish feed here. We got solar panels. We've got a pump. Solar panels. All kinds of things here. So some of this is for the fish farm. Other things are for David's uncle who is building a new house in the village. Okay, so now we're leaving Busia and we stopped at Indiro Coffee and got some drinks. Got myself a lovely peppermint mocha because 'tis the season. But look at this. I mean, there's like miles of stretches of trucks just parked here, waiting to cross the border. So I think it must take hours to get across the border here because it's even night and they're just parked as far as you can possibly see, waiting to cross. It's quite interesting.
There's our solar panels over our house. And then those ones are the new ones. These ones are going to the farm.
Okay, I'm switching out the smaller solar panels that were on top of our toilets here for the larger panels we bought last night in Busia. Alright, they're installing the fourth solar panel there. Okay, they have the new solar panels up on the top of the outdoor toilets. Now they're just getting them secured on the solar panel platform that we had created. I don't know, what was that, about 5-6 months ago now. And then these panels will be going elsewhere. On our solar, we have 4 big panels up there. We've added a 4th smaller panel here. That's our solar water heater. These panels power our well, water pump. Fill this big drum. We provide this drum for our local community so that way they can fetch water because the boreholes are not particularly consistent and pretty far away. Then over here is where the water is fetched from, across the street from our house. Then I don't know if you can see here, there's a solar panel they're going to add to David's dad's house. So he already has one just to power his lights and his TV, but this should be a bigger one. So it'll allow him to have a little bit more flexibility in his house. And then, I don't know if you can see it over my line, David's dad's house has a tank too because he has an indoor toilet. So all of that is powered by lovely solar panels here. Pretty amazing. So they played a little musical chairs today with replacing some solar panels, and then they're going to take some of these solar panels that they have and some that they bought additionally and take them down to the fish farm. So we'll walk down there after a while, but they are putting a pump on the well that they've drilled down there so that way they can constantly be pumping fresh water and pumping out water from the ponds. So that's really going to, I think, improve our processes at the farm. So we'll show you that here in a little bit. Okay, so one of the reasons that we shifted the solar panels around yesterday is because this big tank that we share with the community that we've talked about before was taking forever to fill up. So David did some research and realized that it needed a little bit more wattage than it was getting. from the solar panels to be able to pump faster and all the way full. So he rotated that all around. Now today was our first trial to see how long it takes for this tank to fill up, and it's filling up a lot faster than it has been, so that's good news. We didn't get to finish our update on the solar panels yesterday because God heard our prayer and it rained, and then it rained again for much of the night, so it's still so dry, but it's already much better, which we're excited about. So we're heading down to the farm now to give you an update on what we're doing with the solar panels down that way. All right, it's been a while since we gave you an update on our chicken coop, so we've had a lot of things going here lately between the farm, and we traveled out of the country to Tanzania, and then we were in Kampala, so things are moving a little bit slower, but probably after the first of the year this will be all done. So we now have the wire meshing here at the top. See, it's not quite done yet. We need another roll of it, but we're moving along, and soon enough we'll also have chickens here at the farm. Zeke's gonna climb up and show you where we put the solar panels here at the farm, the ones that you saw us buying recently. So
There they are, the solar panels.
do you spot a Zeke and our niece Abby? Because they're there, cutting through the field to go over by where this well is with the water pump. It's going to pump water to the farm. Okay, here's the well. Zeke's showing you there. And they're going to pipe from there, and it'll end up providing a constant flow over at the farm, which the fish farm is just over there beyond the chicken coops. What's the plan here, dear? What's the plan here?
Putting up the solar, so this is the line so that you can set up the pump.
So they've added the solar. Now they're digging a, what is this called, a trench?
Trench for the solar line.
Trench to put the solar line, which will in time will connect all the way this way over to the well, which you just saw. And then once you have power for the pump, what does that mean as far as water for the farm?
Okay. Enough water. During dry season, when the water is scarce, so we can pump extra water.
So right now they have a constant flow of water and a great water source, but they just want to make sure that they can constantly maintain that even during dry season.
If the water level reduces, we can pump the water.
Yep. So now we've got a backup plan, so things are always consistently moving forward the way they need to be. And the trench will go all the way over to where we just were, over at the chicken coop holding pond area, because that's where the solar panels are, as Zeke showed you, on top of the roof over there. The trench. It's gonna go all the way over to the solar panels there, which are top. Okay, you just said what? It's about 17 meters of water in the well?
Yeah. There should be as a water source. Hopefully, too close.
Yep, so we have the secondary water source of the well with 17 meters of depth. So that should help us maintain constant water source, even during the dry season. I'm gonna do a trench to put the cord for the water pump. And that's what David's digging right here next to the well.
The pipe goes all the way to the pond. So we're gonna try and pump and see. So at the end of the day.
By the end of the day today. Whoa, we'll have to come back for the big reveal, huh? See if water is there.
If you can pump.
Okay, we'll have to make this a part 2 to be continued. Everybody stay tuned to see if the pump actually works and the water flows the way it needs to. In the meantime, thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate the support, and we'll see you in the next video.